Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be briefly covering Bill Burr's reaction to all the controversy and criticism he's receiving for performing at the Riyadh Comedy Festival. Initially, I'm just listening and reading everyone's reaction, including Bill Burr's. Just consuming content. Then, in all the compilations I'm hearing, I'm realizing I'm not hearing a specific word, phrase. There was something that Bill Burr said that stuck in my brain and came out when I was hearing other people, including Bill Burr himself, talk about him performing at the Riyadh Comedy Festival in Saudi Arabia. It took me a while to find it, honestly. First, before I go into it, I'm going to play the beginning part of Bill Burr's Monday morning podcast that was posted on October 6, 2025.
Going on, how are ya? Oh, Jesus, how's it going in your neck of the woods there? It's not going so good in my neck of the woods. I'll tell you that. The sanctimonious is sanctimonian. Key word on the monian. Oh, Jesus. All right, here's the deal. You guys are asking me, obviously, a ton of questions about the absolute controversy, all right? Here's the deal. I have no problem answering any of them. The problem I have is after I answer them, it all gets clipped. And then once it gets clipped, then the lies start getting told, or they start shaping it and making it this and making it that. So all I'm doing is just throwing another log on the fire, and then they can make more money. No, I'm sorry. Well, no, because they care so much. That's right. Sorry, not because they're just making money. But I do have to tell you, this is fascinating because I've never been in the middle of one of these fucking things. And my whole life when I watch the news, not every fucking news stories, but there's been a lot of shit where you watch it going like, yeah, I don't know, kind of seems like that kind of fucking... So to finally be in the middle of it and the level of like straight up lies is just, it's wild. And I'll be honest with you, I've been off the internet for like a fucking month, but just the shit people have been sending. It's funny, you get off the internet and people still send you shit. So like these stories of like there was no women there, he just performed to the Royals. By the time they're done with this shit, they're going to say I went over there and did a one-on-one show in a fucking tent staring at my toes and then I left for the head fucking guy, whoever the hell it is over there, right? Once again, I performed in an arena over there in the round. There was 8,000 people at the show. Okay? It was citizens. And then they had diplomats sitting down front in a nerve-wracking way for the performer to make sure that, you didn't talk about the 2 or 3 things that they said that they negotiated down to not talk about. Once again, as I said before, whoever put together the comedy festival and everything, what it did for freedom of speech over there, because like before it started, you couldn't talk about all of this stuff, and then they whittled it down to just that. And that is how, if you truly care about stuff like that, you gradually move towards something more positive. All right?
Now that we listened to Bill Burr say that, I have heard a lot of his defenders. How many of his defenders? That I don't know. But I have heard people who defend him generally say that he said something before regarding he is no different from any other entertainer. And going back to what I said at the beginning, I thought I recalled that. But I wanted to find it and clip it specifically for this. Hold people to what they said, acknowledge what they didn't say, and point out any and all contradictions.
The one that I could find a direct quote of him actually saying the words comes from the March 18th, 2013 Monday morning podcast episode. Now this was uploaded to a different channel, Logan Highest Primate. But this looks to be accurate. And there's definitely a discussion to be had about uploading full versions of other people's things without any sort of commentary interspersed between it. Having said that, this is a great archive, and I want you to listen what I'm about to play from here.
Stand-up gigs in I don't know, one of those apartheid countries in front of a fucking dictator like Beyonce did, shaking her fucking perfectly round ass on New Year's Eve. You think I'm above that? I'll do it the fucking day after Thanksgiving. I'll give you a fucking 2-for-1. Easter and Flag Day. You can have me in a Hawaiian shirt in whatever fucking compound you're living in to keep the people from storming the damn thing because you made a deal with the CIA and you gave away the fucking oil, didn't you? I'll come down there. I'll do my act in your fucking foyer. All right, I'm going to get some of that blood money. I'm going to get some of that blood money, and I'm going to fucking restore this goddamn room back to the way it was supposed to be. You know, because that's what the fuck I've been doing. I've been sitting here for the last fucking couple of days, and I've been finding out where all the goddamn stuff is that I need. Have I cursed enough? I really got to take this down a notch, don't I? Or does it make you feel better about yourselves? He swears even more than I do. Shit, and I'm a fucking moron. I never passed nothing. You know, you ever meet somebody and they're like, you know, I was good at math, but I wasn't too good in history. Well, they're like, I was good in history, but I wasn't good with that woodworking stuff. Shit, right? I'm one of them motherfuckers. One of them few motherfuckers. I ain't good at shit. I sucked from the second I pulled into the parking lot. Shit, she called my name and I forget what the fuck she was talking about. You know, and she'd just be like, Lenny, and I'd be like, just sitting there, you know. Just sitting there wondering why my dick was hard, you know. Am I having a nervous breakdown? Oh, Christ. So I forgot to look this shit up. God damn it.
This, to me, is the real crux of the issue. You have Bill Burr saying at least once on record, if not twice, again, can't find the original material for that 2010 bit, but he's at least recorded saying once that he'll come down and he'll take the money, the blood money, and he'll perform and he'll do whatever it takes because he's no different. He wants that money just like anybody else. If he would have just said that instead of attacking the people who are criticizing him, instead of acting as if everybody who's criticizing him wants him canceled, he would have just did everybody a solid, including him, and said, no, see, I told you I'm a sellout, and this is my price point. This is where I'm selling out. Except Bill Burr doesn't do that. He doesn't go back and say, look, remember these remarks that I made back when? Yeah, I'm no different. I want that money. He doesn't embrace it, though, now. Instead, he's acting like he's losing a lot of people's respect. He is acting really upset. He is acting so concerned over this. Maybe it's because he really bought into the image that people gave him, that people assigned to him through all of his comic rants about the billionaires, about the 1%, about the ruling class, that people really looked up to him for saying what everybody thinks but is too afraid to say, because of how everyone's livelihoods have been so altered and bought out and sold to the next company, all in the name of ever-increasing profits. Bill Burr seemed like the last best person to comment on the state of society and to rail against the ruling class. And I think he really leaned into that and bought into his own hype. So that when, not if, but when, the talk about money and the price points and what he'd be willing to sell out for, he's not doing his bit from however many decades ago about how he's no different. He's not pointing back to it. He's not owning it, not claiming it. He's just saying, you guys, you're all whiners. You're all sanctimonious. Instead of owning up to the fact that, yeah, no, the rich found my price point. What are you going to do about it? Tell us again, Bill.
All right, I'm going to get some of that blood money. I'm going to get some of that blood money, and I'm going to fucking restore this goddamn room back to the way it was supposed to be. You know, because that's what the fuck I've been doing. I've been sitting here for the last fucking couple of days, and I've been finding out where all the goddamn stuff is that I need. Have I cursed enough? I really got to take this down a notch, don't I?